Hello, welcome to Soul Horizons Tarot. I'm doing a love reading for the sign of Sagittarius regarding the person most on your mind, whether that is someone that you are currently in a relationship with, broken up with, separated from, or just interested in. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, therefore it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't sound familiar, if it does not fit your situation, then it is not your story. So I've already done a pre-shuffle. We're going to cut and start. To my left and then your right is the person most on your mind. To my right and your left, I guess I should just say your side. So this is your person's side, this is your side. Okay. Let me know in the comments if this does resonate for you, or feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see future content. Sorry, that one's got a couple cards that kind of stick out, so I try not to grab those because I will always grab those. They're slightly bent, so. Alright. These are just clarifiers that I get out of the way because I do quite a few of them. If you've been to my channel before, you know this, and you either stuck around because you like that or you leave soon and probably never return. Are you for freaking real? Okay. Sorry, ads just make me crazy. Let me make sure this is in frame, view. Definitely scoot this up some. Yeah, zoom out just a little bit. One of these days I'll get it perfect. Alright, so let's start off on your person's, or the person most on your mind, their side. With their current energy situation, they have the Wheel of Fortune, so it could be a lucky break or they're going through some tough times. We'll have to see, because the Wheel of Fortune can be the roll of the dice, fate, good luck or bad luck, changes. Sometimes, like I said, they can be lucky changes or fortunate changes. That is a major arcana, so there are some significant things happening in their life. We do have the Four of Swords. So it could be a period of quiet and keeping to themselves, introspection, maybe a period of rest for them, whether physical, mental, emotional. They've kind of withdrawn, gone within. Let's see what else comes out for this person. Four of Swords is usually a card of rest, recuperation, healing, or a period of time that they take kind of to themselves to think things over. Tell me one more with the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune for the person most on Sagittarius in mind. What's their current energy situation? One more please with the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. As far as signs, we have all fixed here with the Wheel of Fortune. Also Sagittarius though, because this is the card of Jupiter. So we have Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus as well. Tell me one more. With the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I don't like the way that came out. I'll keep it, but it's just kind of blah. Tell me one more, please. 3 shuffles after this one. And then again, they could be feeling kind of blah. That was 1. 2. Slow to act, slow to respond, possibly. 3. Off in their own little world. They could be escaping from something or someone. Okay, 2 of Swords. So I'll keep that. Our 3rd, ooh, okay. So yeah, big changes going on for this person. Probably some heavy stuff. Maybe not so great luck with that Tower coming out with the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe fate or luck was not on their side. It was not in their favor. It could have been because they didn't address something when it needed to be addressed. And so Pluto energy kind of came in and sorted things out in a way that was very uncomfortable for this person. It kind of forced a change, forced a shift, or forced an upheaval. I'll clarify that that Tower again, but definitely some pretty significant or important changes going on in this person's life with 2 majors now. And they're in their head a lot with the 4 and the 2 of Swords. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. What happened? What changed? It could even be karmic or just fated. This was meant to happen. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune for this person's current energy situation, please. One, 2. This almost looks like somebody, it's not literal, don't take this literal, but it's like somebody overslept and the alarm went off and jolted them. But this is more like in their life. They were asleep at the wheel and life kind of intervened. The 10 of Cups, clarifying that Wheel of Fortune. So big changes within a family, possibly a relationship. It could have been a relationship between the 2 of you, or it could have been outside of you. Like if you're not connected with this person and you're wondering what's going on with them, they could have gone through some major shifts or changes in a family situation. Again, I'm kind of getting that forced, abrupt wake-up call. So let's see what else. Let's look at that 4 of Swords. Why is the 4 of Swords here? What's that about? Tell me about that 4 of Swords, please. Clarify that 4 of Swords for this person's current energy situation. What's going on there, or what was going on there with that 4 of Swords for this person? One, 2. Okay.
I need you to put in clay twos.
Okay.
I'll
be in there in a minute. 3. I think that was 3. So we do have, like I said, fixed sign Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aries. Now we have a possible water sign, but I think maybe they put their happiness on the back burner, or they were sleeping on somebody else's happiness, or they weren't putting in the work into a relationship or a family setting. They were definitely emotionally and mentally withdrawn. Let's see what else comes out there. The 5 of Wands. They could have been surrounded by conflict, drama, jealousy, gossip, drama, just some distraction going on with that Five of Wands. Could have been co-workers, family members, or just internal conflict. Being pulled in several different directions at once, or being all over the place, and this is why they needed the time to reflect, or they kind of checked out emotionally and or mentally checked out. I think either this caused this kind of like thing, or they knew it was coming, but they were dreading it, or they were avoiding it. I will be right back. I can get this thing to pause. Alright, sorry about that. Resume. Okay. Yeah, so they're either surrounded by people that are kind of giving them a hard time or causing issues, or again, it's internal stuff that they're dealing with. Family relationship, I'm not real sure what with that Ten of Cups, but it could be either or. It could even be their own sense of personal happiness that they've kind of neglected or have been neglecting. Let's see what that Tower is. What happened with the Tower? Obviously this is a general reading, so it'll be different for everyone, but see if we can get a specific person or message here. Tell me about that Tower for this person. What happened there? Tell me about that Tower, please. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yes, somebody here is going through some major upheaval. It could be the loss of a job, it could be the loss of a home, it could be they've lost something very important to them, such as a relationship, so much so that, you know, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, for me, like that's, the Five of Pentacles is kind of a negative card. Even in the upright, it can just talk about, you know, a sense of focusing on what we don't have without seeking help or seeking support. With the Five of Pentacles, this is like getting hit and going almost into depression and completely shutting down, especially with that Two of Swords there. So clearly this person is not having a good time. If this is involved with you, this hit them hard. This rocked their world. It sent them on a tailspin. And immediately when I say that, I think it's a cartoon. And I just dated myself. But yeah, this person is definitely feeling the loss and the turmoil that the Tower can represent. This is talking about major endings, heavy disruption, upheaval, changes that are not felt. You know, it's not a positive shift. It's very eye-opening, and like especially because the Wheel of Fortune here, this could be life-changing for this person. Alright, we're going to move on to your side of things. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're over here as the Nine of Pentacles. You're working towards financial stability, abundance. You're taking care of yourself, or you may be like taking better care of yourself. Maybe you're working out or eating better, or you're just working on your financial stability, structure, safety, security. This is usually a card of independence, like not wanting to rely or not needing to rely on anyone. So there is usually this is the singles card, but because there's a sense of freedom, because we're doing what's best for us. Okay, so it's very focused on self and what would improve our life, our status, our ability to provide for ourselves. So with that one, we have the Nine of Swords. Some of you may be worried about an aspect of that. Be quiet. There's something you're anxious, worried, stressed out about pretty heavily. The Nine of Swords can talk about sleepless nights, a little bit of panic, negative thoughts creeping in while you're lying in bed trying to sleep. Tell me about that Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. We do have 2 9s here, so maybe 9 is a significant number to you. Number 99, maybe September 9th, or the year 99. It doesn't really. 9 months, 9 days, 9 years. Anyway, tell me one more with that 9 of. Okay. We have the High Priestess. That is Pisces energy. Yeah, you're going solo right now. I think you're trying to do something on your own without the help of others, but you're also carrying a mental burden, like a load. There is something you're freaked out if it's not your financial stability, but we'll see what it is. And with the High Priestess here, it could be that you are not expressing that, you're not sharing that with anyone, you're kind of keeping it, keeping silent about it, keeping that you're keeping the Nine of Swords silent, like you're not letting anyone know that you're struggling. If you're not struggling here, then you're struggling mentally with something. So let's look a little bit deeper. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. You may be trying to start a business, get out from under something. I'm not taking those. Be self-reliant or more self-reliant. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you're worried about being single, but usually that's not the case. We'll see. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius' current energy situation. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. 1, 2. Could be that you're keeping very low key at this time. Maybe you're trying to do something in secret. 9 of Cups, or excuse me, 5 of Cups. So there's something that is bothering you. With the 5 of Cups, this talks about sadness, about something that was lost, especially from the past. It could be about this person, since they are the one that's most on your mind. You could feel a sense of sadness, grief, loss, guilt, remorse. Or you could just be mourning something that, you no longer have, or that's no longer with you. The ads on this. Some of you could be, you could be feeling a touch of loneliness, or maybe you're kind of maybe you gave something or someone up in order to achieve something in your personal life, and there is a bit of guilt about that. It doesn't have to be, but there's something that's definitely emotionally weighing you down there with the 5 of Cups. It's not giving me specifics. I could keep, but for everyone it's going to be different. And if this doesn't resonate, then already this is not your reading. Tell me what your what the Nine of Swords is about. What are we stressing out about? What are we locked in our head about? Tell me about that Nine of Swords for Sagittarius. Why are we so worried or afraid? Tell me about that Nine of Swords. Please, tell me about that Nine of Swords. Some of you could be seeking counsel, whether that's with a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. Sometimes that's with the High Priestess, but tell me about that Nine of Swords. Alright, 3 shuffles. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what popped out. The Knight of Cups. So this was the same card that was over here with this person. So, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Again, this is Pisces. It also can be Cancer or Scorpio, but mainly Pisces. You could be thinking about what wasn't said, or what was said and can't be taken back. But it more so feels like what you didn't express, what you didn't do. And the Knight of Cups, all the Knights are cards of action, but the Knight of Cups is usually a card of something that's like expressing our feelings, letting someone know, you know, that you care about them, or it could be chasing a dream, but it does feel like you're worried about what wasn't done, what wasn't said. Oh, and we also have that third card. Oh, 5 of Cups again. Maybe you stress out about something that you withheld. Like you didn't let your feelings be known. You didn't express yourself. It could be the other way around. It could be like that someone else didn't express something to you, and it's got you in your head, but that doesn't feel right at all, if I'm being honest. It feels more like something that you regret you didn't do, or you didn't say. I mean, you are working on, you know, yourself and your finances, and maybe... Sorry. What are you doing?
The TV. I was laying down watching cartoons and my TV glitched out.
I'm not fixing it right now. Go to bed. Because I don't think it glitched out.
It did.
Well, it only seems to happen when I'm doing this. Between the ads and this. Apologies again. Be right back. Alright. 3rd time's the charm, maybe? I forgot to pause the timer. These garbage ass ads. Alright, I'm starting to get aggravated. I'm about to just turn the freaking music off because it's... Okay, tell me about the High Priestess. Tell me about the High Priestess. Why is that here? What does it represent for Sagittarius' current energy situation, please? Tell me about the High Priestess. Okay. Queen of Wands. So that's Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, it feels like internalizing or keeping quiet about an action that you would like to take, or a direction you'd like to go, something that you want to succeed or initiate. But this could be like secret feelings for a person, especially a fellow air, it could be air since I just said it accidentally, but fire sign. It doesn't have to be, it's a queen, but it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be a man. You could have secret feelings, unspoken feelings for someone, or you could just be keeping quiet about a plan that you have for yourself. Or this could be a very important person in your life right now that's giving good guidance, or has the potential to give you thoughtful and trustworthy advice that could lead you in the correct direction. I only say that because she's with the High Priestess, and she's got intuition. She seems to know things. The High Priestess seems to know things without being told. She's also the keeper of secrets, so one or two things. You've got secret hidden feelings for someone. That's the Queen of Wands. Or, well, three things. Or you're talking to someone, or you're involved with a person, not romantically. It could be just a friend, or a family member, or even a counselor, like I said, therapist, whatever. And this person is kind of giving you a deeper trying to help you see something from a different perspective, or trying to dig deeper, or you're keeping quiet about something that you would like to do or would like to succeed in. Alright, so moving on. Moving on to how they see you. What is this person's perspective of you? This showing up with the King of Swords, so they could see you as very like you speak your mind. You're very honest, very thorough, very clear and concise with your words. Communicative as far as like getting your point across very clearly. But depending on what the clarifiers are, the King of Swords can also be somebody who's very can be taken wrong. Like they just have a way of being very abrupt with their words, because they leave feelings out of it. They're very logical. So strength shows up. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, mainly Libra, and then we have Leo energy here. We'll see what else comes out. Very strong-willed person. Very headstrong in the sense that you don't mince your meaning, and you also don't change your mind. Like what you say you mean. And sometimes that can be, it can come off kind of harsh, cold. Tell me about the Strength and the King of Swords. We'll see more as we clarify. Tell me more about how this person, and keep in mind this is how they perceive you. It does not mean it's the truth. Strong-willed, unrelenting. Okay. Alright, they also see you as the Two of Swords. They could see you as having blocked them, communication, like no longer speaking. Sometimes the King of Swords does cut people out. They become very cold and detached, uncommunicative. They could see you as a person that has, of their free will, decided to not do anything, not be receptive to communication or correspondence. Tell me about that King of Swords, for how this person sees Sagittarius. Tell me about that King of Swords. almost, the word aloof just came to mind. So they could see you as somebody that like doesn't see them, doesn't notice them, like is completely unaware of their existence, or has taken that stance like I want nothing to do with you. Tell me about that King of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent for what this person, what their perspective of Sagittarius is? 1. That's 2. And 3. 4 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, they see you as someone that is blocked contact, is not communicating, or you're not interested in them. They could even see you as somebody that's, you know, kind of wrapped up in whatever you're doing that you don't even know that they're there. It could be like outright ignoring. They see you as ignoring them, or you're just non-responsive. Or you would be unresponsive. Tell me about strength. Tell me about strength. I get a sense of intimidation here. Like being intimidated by you. Tell me about strength. Why is that here? What does it represent for how this person sees Sagittarius? 1. 2. I don't like the way that ended. 3. 6 of Wands. I'm going to take it kind of a deep left. There's definitely a sense of intimidation, because we see this person here who seems to have tamed this dragon. Alright, she's convinced that the dragon trusts her, or she's tamed it. Hopefully it's zoomed in that you can see that. She's about to pet this wild, feral, and I would say very intimidating creature. And then in this picture, if you look real close, and this dragon in the forefront, he's got a knight, like a rag doll, like a plaything. So this person is very intimidated by you. And if they have tried to approach you, it's been kind of either meek or shy, or very, there's been trepidation, tiptoe energy, but I kind of wonder if they've even had the strength or the courage to approach. It could be because you made it clear you weren't interested, or you stopped all communication, so they see that as like a decision that can't be argued with or changed. Tell me about that 2 of Swords. Why is that here? Like you would make mincemeat out of them if they tried to approach you. They're afraid to approach you for whatever reason, okay? Yeah, I feel like they don't have a shot or a chance. And also, I think they see you as someone who's kind of in their own head or doing their own thing. Like you've got your own problems, you've got your own issues, you've got your own thing that you're trying to do. But I really see this too, with all of these swords here, and the 2 and the Knight of Pentacles, is like communication has been almost stifling. Like the atmosphere for approaching you is not welcoming. Like if they even attempted to reach out, you would not, you might even like go off on this person. Oops. Okay. So how you see this person? Oh dear. You see them as the Six of Cups. So I think their fears may be a little bit misguided here. Obviously the clarifiers can change this, but when you think about them, it brings up good memories other than what could clarify this. Let's go, okay, King of Swords. So you kind of have the same view towards them as they do you, and that's kind of what's blocking this. I know that it's blocked because we have the Three of Swords, and I forgot to do that one. I'll do that one next. I completely skipped it somehow. Oh, I was distracted by, yes, that. I'm gonna keep that, but I didn't ask. I was just sitting there talking. Tell me one more with the King of Swords and the Six of Cups for how Sagittarius sees this person. How do you see, what is your perception of this person? Tell me one more with the King of Swords and the Six of Cups. This could be very well the regret that you feel, possibly. Maybe that you didn't express to this person. But I don't see you doing much right now to change that. Tell me one more. Three shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Seven of Swords. Interesting. Okay, maybe this person has children or a home situation that you don't want to get involved with. Maybe there could be even some, that doesn't feel right. The Seven of Swords doesn't feel like lies and deception, although it could be. Maybe you feel like there's some things that you don't understand or weren't clear about a home situation with this person, or a relationship, a marriage. With the King of Swords there, you know, both of you, too, see each other as very honest, genuine, authentic people. Because if nothing else, the King of Swords speaks his mind. And, stop. I'm actually going to let a few minutes go before I hit that again, because I know I forgot to hit my timer. Let me clarify. It does bring up good memories. There is history here, whether a long one or a short one, but there are happy feelings or thoughts that come to mind when you think of this person. Tell me about that Six of Cups. Clarify that Six of Cups. Maybe you also see them as more of a free spirit, though, because there is a childlike innocence to the Six of Cups, and it can represent children. Tell me about that Six of Cups, please. 1, 2, and 3. Ace of Cups. You do have feelings for this person. or you see them as having strong feelings for you. Or you see them as very loving, very kind, very sincere. Maybe you know very well, like, it's very apparent to you that this person cares deeply for you. I do think those feelings exist to you as well, but there's something about this, even though this is how you perceive them, it's almost like, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what the regret is. There's regret surrounding this person. I'm not sure why. Tell me about that King of Swords for how Sagittarius perceives. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Actually, I shouldn't even bothered as many times that I had to turn it off. But I like knowing where the time sits. Alright, tell me about that King of Swords. Why is that here? Maybe you are deceptive to them in some way. And you couldn't bear to say what it is you truly felt, so you kind of just went cold. Tell me about that King of Swords. Maybe you couldn't bear to hurt this person. 1, 2, 3. 2 of Swords again. Okay, so you guys are doing the same thing to one another. You're reflecting that King and 2 of Swords. It's a little bit different on your end. No, it's not. It's almost a... You're both doing the same thing to each other, but you're perceiving it in different ways. And I think if this person is untouchable to you, you're untouchable to this person because they're intimidated. But they're untouchable to you because there's something that it's almost like you don't want to mess something up by getting involved. I'm saying that because that 4 of Wands came out. I don't think you know what this person's going through, though. I think you have this idea that they're in a good place when they're really not. Their whole world is crumbling around them. But you think they're in a good, solid, stable position. It's almost like you don't want to intrude or you don't want to mess it up by getting... tell me about that 7 of Swords. You could see them as indecisive, but that kind of is weird. Like... King of Swords with the 2 of Swords. It's like counterproductive. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you see it counterproductive to even go there and access these feelings that you have about this person, how you perceive them. You kind of block that from yourself. Tell me about that 7 of Swords. Why is it here? Why is that 7 of Swords here? What does that represent? Why is the 7 of Swords here? 1, 2, 3. 8 of Swords. So this is how you perceive this person. Maybe, okay, you see this person in a good light, but at the same time you see them as a person that's not doing something to help themselves. You see them as very indecisive, like they have a good head on their shoulder, but they're not using it to their advantage. There could be deception with that 7 of Swords, yes. You feel like maybe you were lied to, or you were deceived in some way, or maybe they were very secretive. It came off deceptive, but more so, especially now that the 8 of Swords has come out. Lots of swords with the cups. maybe you think this person is kind of lying to themselves, or they're not using their brain. If you see them as intelligent, it's like kind of a mean thing to say, but you're the dumbest smart person I know. It's kind of the energy of this. It's not like you might say that to this person, but it's like they don't use their intellect and their knowledge and their experience and their smarts to help them out of a bad situation. And maybe that's why you don't want to get involved, because you don't want to get tangled up in that mess. Maybe you do know about what's going on. You don't want to be a part of it because they're not doing. They did have the Four of Swords, meaning like they were sleeping on something. And you don't want to be dragged into their mess. It could very well be about a home situation for them. They could be married. Could be some weird dynamic in a family setting or something like that. But you do have, good feelings as far as memories and the better days or the times that weren't. And you also see them as very loving and caring. Okay, there's good memories associated with this person too. Alright, so what I forgot to do was the challenge or obstacle between the two of you. In between you is the Three of Swords, which is pain, sadness, heartbreak, disappointment. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So there was potential here, there was passion here, but it ended in heartbreak. Let me see one more. There was also physical attraction with that Ace of Wands. And it started out nicely. It probably was exciting, new, fun. Tell me one more with that Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords. Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords, please. For the biggest challenge or obstacle. It's like something that had promise but didn't get off the ground. That Ace of Wands is only potential. One. How is this calming music? Two. And three. Ace of Pentacles. So there was a potential for something long-lasting as well. Two aces. One about the excitement or the build-up, the initiation of something new and fun. And then the Ace of Pentacles represents something real, something solid, something that carries with it the possibility of something long-term. Alright, let's look at the Three of Swords. What happened there? Why is the Three of Swords here? Why the Three of Swords, please, for the biggest challenge or obstacle? It could be you're both going through your own problems, but I don't think so. Tell me about that Three of Swords. Why is that here for the biggest challenge? Okay, that's one. Two. I think that was three, but feeling like doing one more. Three. Ace of Pentacles again. Well, point blank period, somebody felt like they could get all they could get out of it, or they got out while the getting was good. They got out of what they could, and they decided that there was nothing else of value. Kind of a heartbreaking thing to say, but there's heartbreak here. So somebody evaluated cost versus benefit and decided that it wasn't worth it. That they didn't want to invest, that they didn't want to spend the time, the money possibly, or their energy to invest in something that did have potential. So they left while they could. I don't know if that was fair, a fair assessment or not, but it's what's here. We have 3 aces. Okay. I'm not going to clarify the aces, there's no point. I think there's a lot of unhealed wounds for someone, probably the person that got left, that felt, and that blow hit them like, I wasn't worthy for you to stay, you couldn't wait. Somebody didn't give something the time to get any further than just the beginning stages of something. They left before it could grow into something more. Alright, so how they feel about you, the moon. I think there are mixed emotions there. We'll see. The moon clarified by the moon. I think, yeah. There's so much there with the moon. 2 moons showing up. That's Cancer Pisces, mainly Cancer, but Cancer Pisces energy. There's so much underneath the surface. There's so much buried. I definitely think they're the ones that hold most of this 3 of Swords. Not that you don't, because you did show regret and remorse, but it might not have been towards them or even about them. But there's a lot there. It's all mixed in, all mixed up. You pull a lot of emotions up, good and bad. Some of those things they might not even know are there. It's a little bit like a trigger word, or what's that word? When you have like an agent, what is it? It's not a mole. What is that called? Like an agent is activated by word, but you did this to this person. You activated something. Even still, even though you're probably not together from the look of things, you brought things to the surface that are very unsettling to this person. Scary. Tell me one more with the moon. They could also see you as someone very mysterious, secretive. They can't ever know you truly. Tell me one more with the moon for how this person feels. Okay. Put all this back. Sure, none of these are in theirs. Alright, so the one that popped out was this Page of Pentacles. I don't think they've really ever come to true grips or come to a real grasp of exactly what it is that they feel for you. There's a lot there, and yeah, there's probably really deep emotions, but it's almost like they're discovering slowly. It's almost like they have to pull it out slowly, a little bit at a time, or one by one, all these feelings, and because it's so much that it's overwhelming, or it's to have the moon there for feelings. It's like you get the good and the bad, but it also kind of profoundly changes our perspective, our perception of anything and everything, ourselves, love in general. Tell me about the moon. Tell me about the moon. Why is that here for how this person feels? They've got a lot of bottled up emotions or just unexplored. That means that their feelings were very strong. With the Page of Pentacles, it's just the picture of the card, like it's in this cave where the bats are. It's almost like they're scared to even delve into. Okay. Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's some anger there. I think there's anger there because of what you unearthed. I think this is something that they try not to think about or try not to feel because it does pull so much up. There could be some like trying to protect themselves from what you do to them as far as their feelings. Because they know if they do, then they'll be extremely vulnerable. Because the moon pulls up the most vulnerable wounds from our deepest subconscious. And they're trying their best not to drown in that, all of these emotions. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. I'm using this deck. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. They can only feel so much. It's got to be small. They got to keep it small. And it's like a very curious, but also like tentative. And their feelings were real. Maybe that's why it's so scary to them. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. Why is that here? It's almost like there's a hope with that Page of Pentacles as well. 1, 2. Sleeper. That's what the word, that's what they call them, sleepers. 9 of Wands, yeah. They're very super protective about their own feelings for you. And I don't think they really allow themselves to dig too deep into that. I think there's all kinds of emotions mixed in. Love, hate, sorrow. I think that also on the same token, where they're afraid to explore that, they're also extremely protective of you as far as letting you go. Not that they, you know, stalker-ish, but it's more like it pulls me to pieces, but it also keeps me alive, kind of. I know that's like melodramatic and extreme, but that's kind of what I'm getting from that. You affected this person big time, and they're not out of the woods yet when it comes to you. Alright, how you feel towards this person, the Star. Well, while there is like some unknowns here, because there's so much, it's very clear to you that how you felt for this person. Aquarius, by the way. Let's see what else. Ooh, Temperance. Sagittarius. That's your card. Could be that you want to heal something. You may want to reconcile with this person. I don't know that you will, as far as your feelings, they're there and they're real as well. 2 majors. This person also profoundly impacted you. You saw them as like a wish come true, or really lucky to have met them. Maybe it was even like it felt fated, destined, written in the stars, destiny brought the 2 of you together. Shut up. Sorry, it's an inside joke from forever ago. Temperance and the Star. Tell me one more about how Sagittarius feels about this person. You're not afraid to feel the feelings that you feel. Feel the feelings you feel. It's felt. That's acknowledged. Tell me one more, please. Alright, 1. 2. 3. Oh, lovers on the bottom. Cute. Oh, also the Page of Pentacles. Huh. You guys are reflecting similar energies. I just think that neither one of you has a clue. Tell me about the Star. The Star is like wish fulfillment, a dream, a hope. Tell me about the Star. 1. 2. And 3. 7 of Cups. Well, almost like the Moon. There's some mixed emotions there. It could be that you feel like this person has their priorities all mixed up, or maybe you feel like there's no clear... There's a lot of confusion also that comes with that Star. Maybe you're confused about why you feel so strongly about this person, or why they haven't left your mind, or left your heart, or left your energy. It's kind of similar to the Moon, but not nearly as like... This shakes them up. I think you're merely unsettled a little bit with the Star. Like there's a lot to consider here. There's also a need to be careful with the 7 of Cups, similar to that Moon energy, but it's not the same. You're much more receptive to allowing these feelings to flow or to be affected by them than this person. And if that would be saying a lot if you're not really acknowledging this. If you're not acknowledging this, imagine their end of it. Because it's 10 times stronger for them with the Moon. Tell me about not their feelings, their what's being accessed, what's being shrouded in all the pent-up stuff that's uncomfortable. Tell me about the Temperance card. It could be that you're uncertain on how to fix this if you do want to reconcile with this person, or if you are open to reconciling with them. It's like, I don't know how I would even begin. But it kind of just feels like some confusion Like, maybe that's what the regret is. Did I mess up this amazing thing and she was wrong? Did I make the right choice? Because I think you were the person that walked away from this person. Tell me about temperance, please. Tell me about temperance. 1, for how Sagittarius feels about this person. 2, it could be that you're giving them time to heal something on their side as well. 2, I think that was 3. Oh well. And 3. 9 of Wands as well. See, you're reflecting similar energies. They also had the 9 of Wands. Maybe you're picking up on some of that, that energy of like this person trying not to access those feelings, and it puts you off a little. That doesn't feel right. I think it's mixed emotions on your end as well. On one hand, you see this person in such a light that you would love for the opportunity to go after this person, to reignite this star passion, kind of like the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. But at the same time, you're just as strongly scared of it, uncertain of it, or skeptical of it. Alright, tell me about that Page of Pentacles. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't think I said that last time. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles, please. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. Why is that here for this person's feeling, or Sagittarius' feelings towards this person? I get this energy too, like this person has some learning and growing to do. That's the way you feel. I think they're either immature or they're inexperienced in some way. 1, 2. We had one pop out, but I'm going to do one more 3. Alright, say the one that popped out is the Sun. Wow. I do think that you are open to the possibility of reuniting. In what way, I don't know, but you're not completely like, I never want to talk to this person again. I do think you took a period to like cool off, or allow them to cool off, or allow them to heal, or allow them to get things done, manage some things, resolve some things. And I do think there's some confusion on how to approach this. But also, because these are your feelings, you might see this person as like, let's see what else. Oh yeah, 6 of Pentacles. You might see this person as like somehow hindered by that childlike quality that you saw them as. Like they're very naive or youthful, like in the sense that like you may be more mature than this person. It's not that something that you like dislike about them, but you're on 2 very different levels. And you would like it if this person were at your level. This is, again, from your side. That's all about personal preference. What is your level, and what do you think is worthy of? Clearly this person is worthy, but they're not, maybe they're not financially, they don't make financially sound decisions, or maybe they are, you know, too childlike in some way. But for the most part, you have good feelings towards this person, if not a little. There's some there's an undercurrent there of like, yeah, should I trust my feelings about this, or very strong feelings towards this person. They're not gone. This person thinks they are, thinks you're just done. But you do still have good, positive, and loud feelings. Alright, let's look at their next action towards you. Eight of Wands, definitely, I mean, obviously general reading, so for some of you this is not the case, but reaching out, sending a message. Oh dear, yes. Two of Cups, they will be reaching out. For those of you that this has resonated for, they're definitely going to reach out. Two of Cups could say, you know, like, let's get back together, yes. Or this could just be like, can we at least meet up? Can we come to an agreement? Can we agree to, you know, match energies, or like be friends, or start a conversation? Like, I want to share my life with you to some capacity. Now, how far that goes, I don't know, but this is like their intentions are to meet up with you, either like literally, or at least spark a conversation, because there's feelings there's feelings behind that message. Tell me one more with the Two of Cups and the Eight of Wands for this person's next actions towards Sagittarius. Tell me about the Two of Cups and the Eight of Wands. 1, 2, and 3. The Hermit. Yeah, they're going against their instinct to, you know, back here we had like, I can't approach this person, they will blast me. But here they're fighting that, and they're going forward, because I think it feels like their intentions are coming from a good place. Like they're motivated by real, genuine care. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. This talks about communication, moving something forward, momentum, carrying something forward. Yeah, but also, yeah, see, they at least want to open up the lines of communication. That's their intention. But underneath that, I do think that they'll be fishing at bare minimum. They will be fishing for like where you're at with a reconciliation, a second chance, or possibly just healing something. Like, again, can we be friends? Can we talk? Tell me about that Two of Cups. We have Sagittarius, that's your card, and we also have Virgo with the Hermit. Tell me about that Two of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there's fear there. There is internal conflict with that, and I think that's going to show up in the message, and however they reach out to you. They're going to be very nervous. I'm getting nervous energy from this. And it's because they care. It's nervous, like, oops. Tell me about that Hermit card. I think that's just them reaching out to you, someone that they see that is far away from them. literally or figuratively. Kind of somebody that has been maybe uncommunicative or ghosted or just off on their own path. Unreachable. Tell me about that Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. One. I don't know why I'm using this deck. Two. I think that was three, but I'm doing one more. Yeah, that was Sagittarius. That was the Knight of Wands. And three. Five of Swords. Yeah, it could be like if you guys did have a conflict, they want to try to reconcile that. They want to try to, you know, communicate and address it in a way that like we can move past it. Let bygones be bygones. Agree to let that go or whatever. Or this Five of Swords could represent how they see you as the Hermit. Somebody that would not receive. That's that nervous energy. Like I don't think they're gonna respond to me. I think they're gonna remain silent. I think they have this idea that you are angry at them, and maybe you are, I don't know, but that their communication would not be well received, and they probably, with this nervous energy, there's probably a reason for it. Like this, they're not gonna respond to me. They're just gonna leave me on read, or they're not even gonna open the message, or maybe I'm blocked. But they will be trying to reach out to you in some form. Text, email, phone call. Usually it's seen as a text because it's so quick, instantaneous. Alright, so your reaction to their action. So we have the Eight of Cups. So I don't know if you're... This could go either way. I think you'll at least... If it's a text, you'll be reading it, but there's like a sense of your heart not being in it, or let me see one more. No, what am I doing? Tell me one more with Temperance and the Eight of Cups. One more with Temperance and the Eight of Cups. So how Sagittarius receives this or reacts to it. Okay. The universe, the world. We have the Hierophant. Did I say Temperance? We have the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, and the World. I don't know. It almost feels like you're going to stick to your decision. It's like, I walked away for a reason, and I'm not the one to go back. I don't go backwards. I don't relive. It's kind of strange because all of this is so positive, but maybe you're just that way. You don't go back, you only move forward. Tell me about that Eight of Cups. Tell me about that Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about emotionally walking away, distancing. It's also about letting go something that no longer serves you. Yeah, you're the one that decided. You're the one that walked away from this person, I believe. And it's like here you're remembering, like you have to remind yourself of why you left. And there is some pain with that. Like it's not like you don't care. This person doesn't touch you. This person doesn't. It doesn't affect you. It does affect you. But it's also like bringing up things that you didn't want to be brought back. Tell me about that Eight of Cups, please. 1, 2, and 3. Lovers. 1, Well, you are going to be making a choice. It's a decision that you will take into consideration, but being that it's the Eight of Cups, it's almost like, I'm sorry to say that I already made my decision, and I'm not, I only say that because, well, two reasons really, but the main one being the Hierophant. The Hierophant, he doesn't compromise, he's pretty headstrong, he sticks to his guns, or that's the energy of the Hierophant. I follow the law, and in this case you make the laws and the rules. We don't back down. Tell me about the Hierophant. You do take this person's message or whatever it is into consideration. There it is again, yeah. Oh, stop. Yeah, I don't know. It's not received in the right way. It's not received in the right way. Maybe their approach is wrong. Maybe it's in what they say or how they say it. Maybe you're picking up on the fact that they are coming in with nervous. I don't know. But you're not, from what I can see, you're sticking to your guns here. And while you may read it, I don't know if you'll respond, but it doesn't feel like you receive it happily. Tell me about the world. I think this is, let me clarify first. Tell me about the world. Tell me about the world. 1, 2, and 3. Devil. Yeah. Again, there's a reason you left. There's a reason you walked away. Hold on, let me get rid of this. And again, it's like you're not going backwards. Maybe it's because you had too much experience either with this person or with situations like this to know that when something is at an end, it's at an end. We don't try to revive it. Or maybe there's something that's like is unhealthy about this person, or it would be unhealthy for you if you were to accept this person's offer. Remember that you didn't want to get involved in something to do with them, and you feel like that energy or that situation is still there, and it's still something, it remains to be something that you don't want to be chained to. I think the majority of the Sagittarius out there is like, I wish you well, I hope the best for you. You might not even say this, you might just not even read it, maybe. I do think most of you will, but I don't think you're going to take this person back, or I think you closed that book and you really don't want to open it back up. And you know, it's complicated because you do have such strong feelings and you did see them in a positive light. So that's why I'm saying, like, I wish you well, I want the absolute best for you, but I'm not the person that either you want me to be or that you need me to be, or I'm not in a place in my life where I can. Whatever your explanation is to yourself or to this person, I don't see you being receptive to this as far as like allowing them back in. Probable outcome. It's probable because it cannot be definitive. Tarot does not dictate free will. Those of others or yourself. We have the High Priestess. We have the Three of Cups. Let's see what else comes out. Tell me one more with the Three of Cups and the High Priestess for the probable outcome between Sagittarius and the person most on their mind. Tell me one more with the Three of Cups and the High Priestess, please. Okay. Done? Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, maybe it's just at this time, but maybe later on you guys do reunite to some degree. Whether or not you actually have a relationship, I do not know. Yeah, it has to start slow and it has to start right. There is a potential for something here, whether that's just friendship, but there does look to be some type of like reunion. Especially because that Three of Cups is there. The High Priestess kind of threw me off a little bit for what all this is. Tell me about that Three of Cups. 1, 2, 3. Maybe that's what it is. It's not until they make real positive changes and they level up, basically, and they have something to show for the work that they've done. Maybe it even has to do with like honesty. We do have some cards here that would show celebration. And then we have the Ten of Cups. This is the second time this week where it went completely in the weird ass direction from where I thought it was going. We do have something slowly building over time. I don't know if it's a full-blown relationship. This would definitely suggest that with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups, but it could be just like really great friendship. Something that you're both happy with, something that you can both settle for, but it's more about like showing real strides, real growth. I think that's the only way that this will come to that point, as if this person like evolves and can actually offer something you of value, whatever that is to you. I'm not saying that they're going to be like, you're only accepting them if they're like, you know, a millionaire or anything like that, but like value as in what they have to offer. Basically come correct or don't. That shows real like as far as an outcome, it's either full-blown like reunion, reconciliation, and a full-blown relationship. I'm just a little thrown off. But then again, you did have all these strong feelings, but maybe it's just you have to give me more than just potential. The reason I walked away is because you couldn't do that, but you do accept it once they do. The High Priestess can be like, it's not really clear, it's unknown, so it could be like an iffy thing, and the only way it would happen is, again, is if this person actually makes like real, true progress, growth. Alright, so overall, long-term, real-world potential of the connection between the two of you. If this thing dies, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, or feel free to like, share, subscribe as you see fit if you enjoyed this. Otherwise, let's see what the real long-term, real-world long-term overall potential between you and the person most on your mind. Seven of Swords and a star, please. Seven of Swords and a star. This looks like either lost potential or sabotage, possibly self-sabotage to something that could have been great. But let's see where this goes. 1, 2, and 3. There it is again, that Four of Wands. This could even indicate marriage, but something stable, something solid, something you can count on. I want to see what that Seven of Swords is about. I kind of feel like that's what it's starting to feel like. Like if this person, or if someone, I'll just keep it neutral, doesn't self-sabotage, they don't undermine the efforts or the potential here by being a dumbass, basically. Tell me about that Seven of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent? 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, someone just makes a shitty judgment call. That's not to say that's what's going to happen. It's like there's so much potential here, it's almost gross. It's unbearable. It's amazing. But somebody, maybe both of you, I don't know, somebody has a tendency to undermine, sabotage, screw things up. They get in their own way, they get in their own head, they act up, they're foolish, they make foolish decisions, and it could be the thing that kills something that does. Your relationship between you has amazing potential. That's the second time the star has shown up. This also showed up in the outcome. So for a long-term thing, a real thing, yes, there is potential. But that Seven of Swords shows me that somebody has a tendency to set themselves up for failure. That could be you, that could be them, that could be both of you. I don't know. It kind of feels like more on their end. But regardless, there is very strong potential. Just one card between the Star and the Four of Wands. One more card between the Star and the Four of Wands. Tell me about that for the potential. 1, 2, and 3. Nine of Swords. Okay, so yeah, it's all about getting too much in our head. That's what sabotages this. Like somebody lets the fear overwhelm or dictate actions, or there's too much worry here, too much negative thinking, like focusing on the negative, which leads to screwing things up through action or possibly inaction. But they cheat themselves out of something, whoever. But does this have potential? Absolutely, 100%. But this person, this thing right here is a thing that fumbles it. I think with the High Priestess, there's no way of really knowing how that outcome will play out. But this person, whoever does this the most, or whoever allows this to overshadow the good, is the one that fumbles it. fear, doubt, self-doubt, negative thoughts, negative mindset, anxiety. What if, what if, what if? Alright, Sagittarius, that is your reading. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you very much. I'll talk to you next time.